the day aliens crossed the line, humanity unleashed its ancient fleet. The sun was just rising over New York City, and the streets were busy with the usual morning crowd. Cars honked, buses rumbled, and people hurried to work. High above, satellites silently scanned the Earth, collecting data and keeping the world connected. Ethan Cole stood in the observation room of the National Space Research Center, his eyes fixed on the screen showing the endless black of space. He was young, only 28, but his mind was sharp. He loved the stars, the unknown, and the endless possibilities that space promised. Today, however, he felt a strange tension he could not explain. Beside him, Lily Harper adjusted her headset, her brown hair falling over her shoulders. She worked in communications, translating signals from deep space and making sure Earth stayed in touch with its satellites and probes. She had always been calm under pressure, but today her hands trembled slightly as she typed. "Ethan," she said softly, pointing at the screen. "There's something unusual. Look at that cluster over there." Ethan leaned closer. On the monitor, several bright objects moved in formation far beyond the moon's orbit. They were too precise to be natural. "That doesn't look like any asteroid field I've ever seen," he said. "And the trajectory, it's heading straight for Earth." Lily swallowed hard. "Do you think it's aliens?" Ethan's heart skipped a beat. The idea had always been in the back of his mind, a possibility that excited him as much as it scared him. "I don't know," he said, "but we need to alert the command center immediately." Within minutes, the news reached the International Space Defense Command. Officers rushed to their stations, checking data and running simulations. Among them was Alex Mason, a naval officer responsible for coordinating Earth's orbital defenses. He frowned as he studied the readings. The objects were moving faster than anything humans had ever built. "We need to prepare," he said. "This could be the first contact, or a warning we don't want to ignore." Back on the ground, governments held emergency meetings. The president appeared on live television, his face grave. "We have detected unidentified ships approaching our planet," he said. "We do not yet know their intentions. All citizens should remain calm. Our forces are monitoring the situation closely." Meanwhile, in a small research lab, Lucas Gray, a historian, studied old maps and writings. He had always been fascinated by ancient civilizations, but today his thoughts wandered to a different kind of history. Some of the symbols he had seen in old texts resembled strange patterns in the sky that were now being detected by satellites. He couldn't explain why, but something about these patterns felt familiar. As the day progressed, the alien ships drew closer. They did not communicate, they did not attack, but their presence alone caused panic. Traffic jams formed as people tried to leave cities, and airports were overwhelmed with passengers. News channels broadcast images of the objects moving in perfect formations across the sky. Social media exploded with speculation, fear, and rumors. Ethan and Lily worked through the night analyzing signals. "They're broadcasting something," Lily said. "I can't understand it. It's not any language we know."
Ethan nodded. "We need a linguist and a cryptographer."
"Maybe someone can decode it before they get too close." At the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, Alex Mason and Claire Bennett, a drone pilot, prepared the coastal defense units. Their ships and aircraft were armed, but they both knew that no weapon on Earth could match the technology of the unknown fleet approaching. Claire checked her drones, ensuring they were ready for reconnaissance and quick attacks if needed. "We might not win a fight," she said quietly, "but we can at least gather information." In orbit, the alien ship slowed down, hovering just beyond the moon. Then suddenly a bright beam of light shot towards Earth, scanning cities, oceans, and forests. People looked up in fear. The beam moved like a giant finger, pointing at the planet. On the ground, alarms rang in every major city. Inside the National Space Research Center, Ethan's fingers flew over the keyboard. "They're scanning for something," he said. "I don't know what, but it's like they're looking for something hidden on Earth." Lily's face turned pale.
"Something ancient?" she whispered.
The next morning, news reports confirmed it. Satellites had detected energy readings coming from beneath the Earth's surface. The readings were old, powerful, and unlike anything human technology could produce. Governments scrambled, trying to understand what the aliens were after. Some scientists suggested it was a weapon buried in the past. Others thought it might be a lost fleet from humanity's early space exploration. In the chaos, Ethan and Lily were called to a high-level meeting with military leaders. They were joined by Lucas Gray, who presented his research. "These symbols," he said, pointing to a holographic map, "match designs found in ancient archives. They were part of a fleet built decades ago, then hidden to protect it from enemies. I think the aliens are after it." Alex Mason stood at the side, listening intently. "If they find it, humanity could be destroyed," he said. "We have to protect it at all costs." Lily took a deep breath. "Then we need to act fast. If they are this advanced, we won't get a second chance."
Outside, the alien fleet remained in orbit, silent and menacing.
Their ships were massive, far larger than anything humans had ever built. The shadows they cast on Earth's surface caused panic in towns and cities. People feared the worst, expecting an immediate attack. At the same time, Ethan, Lily, Lucas, and their team began preparing a plan. They could not fight the aliens directly yet, but they could gather information and protect the ancient fleet from being discovered. They worked day and night, scanning data, running simulations, and testing signals. One night, as the team analyzed alien transmissions, Ethan noticed a strange pattern. "Look at this," he said. "Every time they scan a location, the energy readings pulse in a certain rhythm. It's like they are looking for something very specific." Lily nodded. "We can use that. Maybe we can hide what they're looking for, or mislead them." Lucas frowned. "We need to understand what exactly they want. If it's the fleet, we have to activate it quickly, but it's been hidden for decades. It's not ready for battle." Meanwhile, Claire and Alex monitored the skies. They watched as drones and reconnaissance planes tried to get closer to the alien fleet, but were pushed back by strange energy fields. "They are testing us," Alex said. "They want to see how we respond, how we fight, before they make a move." In the cities, life continued, but under the shadow of fear. People stayed indoors, waited for news, and watched the skies anxiously. Rumors spread about alien intentions, some claiming invasion, others saying the aliens might be here to study humanity. Ethan and Lily worked tirelessly, decoding signals, hoping to find a weakness. "If we can understand their language, even a little, we might know what they are after," Lily said. Days passed, and the alien fleet stayed in orbit, scanning, observing, waiting. Humanity remained tense, unsure if an attack would come. Governments issued calm statements, but everyone knew war might be inevitable. One night, Ethan stood by the window, looking at the stars. "Lily," he said quietly, "I never thought I'd see this. Aliens. Right above us, watching us like we are nothing."
Lily put her hand on his shoulder. "Maybe we are small," she said, "but we're smart."
"That's our strength. They may be bigger, stronger, but we have ingenuity. We have courage. We can fight back."
Ethan nodded. "Then we have to prepare."
No matter what comes, we have to protect Earth. As the first part of humanity's struggle began, the world braced for what might come. The aliens had crossed a line by coming too close, and humanity, though unprepared, would not stand by. Something ancient slept beneath the earth, something powerful. And for the first time in decades it was awakening. The day had begun like any other, with people going about their lives unaware that the sky had changed forever. But now every eye looked upward, every mind questioned the future, and every heart beat with a mixture of fear and hope. Humanity was about to face a challenge unlike anything it had ever known, and the first steps of resistance were being taken by a few brave souls who understood that the fate of the world rested in their hands.
Ethan, Lily, Lucas, Alex, and Claire knew one thing clearly.
The aliens had crossed the line, and humanity would not back down. In the quiet of the night, the alien fleet glowed faintly above the earth. It was a silent threat, a promise of trials to come. And deep beneath the surface, the ancient fleet stirred, waiting for the day it would rise again. Humanity's response had begun, small but determined. The stars had changed. The sky was no longer safe, and a new chapter in the history of Earth was unfolding. The morning after the alien fleet arrived, the world felt different. People went about their routines, but every glance turned to the sky. Every news channel repeated images of massive ships hovering in orbit. Anxiety was everywhere, but governments tried to calm their citizens. In New York, Ethan Cole and Lily Harper arrived at the research center early. They had not slept much. "We need to track every movement," Ethan said, pointing to the monitor. Alien ships moved in slow arcs, scanning the cities below. "They are not attacking yet, but it feels like a warning." Lily nodded, her fingers moving over the keyboard. "I've been trying to decode their signals," she said. "They are not speaking a language we know, but there is a pattern. I think they are studying our defenses and how humans react." Ethan frowned. "So they are testing us. They want to see what we will do." At the International Space Defense Command, Alex Mason was already at his station coordinating with naval and air units. Claire Bennett, his trusted drone pilot, adjusted her controls. Their drones patrolled near the coast, scanning for alien probes or any signs of attack. "Something is coming," Claire said, watching the radar. "They are moving faster than yesterday." Alex's eyes narrowed. "Prepare all units. If they make a move, we need to respond immediately." Meanwhile, across the country, scientists and engineers worked on understanding the aliens. Lucas Gray pored over historical archives, searching for any clue about the fleet the aliens seemed to be after. He was joined by Maya Sullivan, a young combat strategist. "They are looking for something buried on Earth," Lucas said. "I have seen these symbols before. They are linked to humanity's early space fleet, a project hidden decades ago. If they find it, we are in real danger." Maya leaned forward. "Then we cannot let that happen. We have to protect it and find a way to fight back." As the day passed, the alien ships drew closer to Earth. For the first time, they moved below the moon's orbit, entering Earth's defense range. Satellites and radar tried to track them, but the aliens' technology was far superior. Every missile, drone, or scanning device sent toward the ships was neutralized instantly by energy shields. In the Atlantic, Alex and Claire watched as alien probes tested naval defenses. They sent out energy pulses scanning ships and submarines. "They are studying us," Alex said. "We are in their experiment," Claire nodded. "And I think they are learning our weaknesses."
In the city, people panicked.
Air alarms sounded as emergency systems detected energy surges above. Some citizens tried to flee, causing traffic jams and accidents. Hospitals and emergency centers were overwhelmed. Fear spread faster than the aliens themselves. Back at the research center, Ethan and Lily studied alien signals. "I think they are after something specific," Lily said. "Every time they scan an area, the energy readings spike only in certain places. They are not just exploring. They are searching." "Then we have to hide it. Whatever they are looking for, we cannot let them find it." Lucas Gray and Maya Sullivan met with military leaders to explain their findings. "There is an old fleet buried in remote areas," Lucas said. "It was designed to protect humanity if a threat came from space. But it has been inactive for decades." Maya added, "We need to restore it and prepare for battle. If the aliens find it first, we will lose everything." Meanwhile, the first signs of conflict appeared. Alien drones struck a small coastal town in Florida. They moved quickly, scanning the area and then retreating without warning. The town's defense units were powerless against them. Alex and Claire watched the attack on monitors, frustrated at their inability to respond. "They are teaching us how weak we are," Alex said. "Every time they strike, we learn more. We have to use that knowledge."
In orbit, Ethan and Lily worked with engineers to track the alien fleet's movements.
They discovered energy readings deep beneath the ocean floor, where old military archives suggested the ancient fleet was hidden. "That's it," Ethan said. "That's what they are looking for." Lily nodded. "Then we have to protect it. We cannot let them reach it." As the days passed, alien attacks increased. Coastal cities were threatened, and orbital satellites were destroyed. Humanity had no choice but to fight back with what they had. Missiles were launched, Drones were deployed, and fighter jets engaged alien probes. Every attack failed, and the aliens' movements became more aggressive. In New York, Ethan, Lily, Lucas, and Maya held a meeting to plan their next move. "We cannot fight them head-on," Maya said. "Their technology is too advanced. We need a different strategy, one that uses our intelligence, not just weapons." Lucas looked at the maps. "We need to hide the fleet and create decoys. Make it look like the fleet is gone, but keep it ready for when humanity can strike back." Ethan nodded. "And we need to understand their signals. If we can predict their moves, we can plan a counterattack." Meanwhile, in orbit, the aliens began to test Earth's military strength. Massive ships hovered above key cities, scanning for weaknesses. Energy beams targeted communication centers, temporarily disabling satellites and blocking transmissions. Humanity's networks struggled to respond. Alex Mason coordinated a limited counterattack. "We cannot destroy them yet," he said to his team. "But we can disrupt their scans and slow them down. Every second we gain is valuable." Claire piloted drones to intercept alien probes.
"They are fast," she said, dodging beams of energy. "But they make mistakes."
"We can use those mistakes to our advantage." On the ground, Lucas Gray and Maya Sullivan organized emergency evacuation plans while also preparing for covert operations to protect the ancient fleet. They recruited scientists, engineers, and volunteers who could help move critical parts of the fleet to hidden locations. As night fell, Ethan and Lily discovered something important. The alien scans followed a pattern. "If we can create false signals," Lily said, "we might trick them into thinking the fleet is elsewhere." Ethan's eyes lit up. "It's risky, but it might work. We have to try." The next morning, humanity executed the plan. Decoy signals were sent from different locations around the world. Satellites, drones, and ground stations simulated energy readings from areas that were empty. The alien fleet focused on the decoys, wasting time and energy. In orbit, the alien ships seemed confused. Their scans returned inconsistent results. "They are trying to deceive us," an alien voice, translated by Lily's equipment, finally became understandable. The message was simple: stop. But humanity did not stop. Ethan, Lily, Alex, Claire, Lucas, and Maya knew this was just the beginning. They had bought time, but the aliens were patient and powerful. By evening, reports came in from around the world. Some cities were still under threat, but the decoy strategy had worked. The aliens had been distracted long enough to protect the fleet's real location. Humanity had survived the first major tests. In the quiet moments after the battle, Ethan looked at the sky. The alien fleet hovered silently above, watching, waiting. "They are strong," he said. "They are strong, but we are not weak. We have courage, and we have our wits. That is something they cannot predict." Lily nodded. "We survived today, and tomorrow we will fight smarter." Across the ocean, Alex Mason and Claire Bennett reviewed the day's events. "We saw our weaknesses," Alex said, "but we also saw that we can fight back. Humanity will not give up." Lucas Gray and Maya Sullivan continued to work on securing the ancient fleet. "They want what we have," Lucas said, "but we are ready to protect it." Night fell over the earth, but the world was no longer quiet. The sky was alive with alien ships, energy beams, and the promise of more conflict. Humanity had faced the first real test, and though fear was everywhere, hope also grew. People went to bed wondering if the next day would bring destruction or victory. Scientists and soldiers stayed awake, working tirelessly to prepare for the inevitable. The aliens had crossed the line, but humanity had proven that it would not be defeated easily. In hidden bunkers, laboratories, and shipyards, preparations continued. The ancient fleet lay in secret locations, its engines silent but ready. The people who knew its location understood its power. Humanity was awakening, learning to face an enemy unlike any it had ever known. Ethan, Lily, Lucas, Maya, Alex, and Claire became leaders of a small, brave group fighting for Earth's survival. Every day brought new challenges, new threats, and new victories. and the alien fleet above continued to watch, unaware that humans were already planning their next move. The line had been crossed, and humanity was no longer just a passive observer. It was beginning to fight back. The morning air was thick with tension as the sun rose over the hidden shipyard in the Nevada desert. Dust swirled around the old hangars, long abandoned and forgotten by most of the world. Inside one of the largest hangars, a group of scientists, engineers, and military officers worked tirelessly. This was humanity's last secret hope. The ancient fleet that had been hidden for decades. Ethan Cole walked among the rows of old ships, his eyes scanning the massive hulls. The fleet was larger than he imagined. Though covered in dust and corrosion, the ship still carried an air of power and purpose. "It's incredible," he whispered. "I never thought I would see this with my own eyes." Beside him, Lily Harper checked the communication arrays. "We need to make sure everything is working. If these ships are active, we need to coordinate them perfectly. One mistake could cost lives." Lucas Gray stepped forward, holding a tablet full of schematics. "This fleet was built to fight in space, long before we had the technology we use today. Its weapons, engines, and defenses are advanced, but they require knowledge we almost forgot. We need to relearn how to use them." Maya Sullivan crossed her arms, her eyes sharp. "We don't have time for mistakes. The aliens are still scanning the Earth. Every hour we wait, they get closer to discovering the fleet." Alex Mason and Claire Bennett arrived with a small team of pilots. Alex's face was serious. "We are here to make sure this fleet becomes operational. We may not know everything about these ships, but we know how to fight, and that is enough to start." The team began inspecting the ships. Some of the vessels had engines that needed cleaning and refueling. Others had weapons that had been inactive for decades. Engineers climbed ladders and crawled through narrow passages, checking for damage and testing controls. Ethan ran diagnostics on one of the smaller ships. "The engines are old, but they still have power. If we can repair the navigation systems, we can get this ship flying within days."
Lily worked on the communication system, connecting the ships to a central network.
"If we can get these ships to talk to each other, we can coordinate our defense," she said. "That will be key against the aliens." Lucas studied the ancient maps and charts, explaining the fleet's design. Each ship has a specific role. Some are for attack, some for defense, and some carry specialized weapons. We need to assign crews carefully. Everyone must know their ship and its capabilities. Maya walked along the rows of ships, imagining the battle that lay ahead. "We are not just defending the fleet," she said. "We are defending Earth. If the aliens find this fleet before we are ready, they will destroy everything. We cannot let that happen." Days passed in a blur of activity. The team worked around the clock, repairing engines, recalibrating weapons, and restoring life support systems. Pilots practiced simulations, learning the controls of ships that were decades old. Engineers improvised where manuals were missing. One evening, Ethan and Lily stayed late to analyze alien signals. "They are still scanning," Ethan said. "But I think they are confused by the decoys we set up." Lily nodded. "Yes, for now, but they will adapt. We need to speed up repairs. Every ship we make operational is another chance to fight back." Meanwhile, Alex and Claire train the pilots. "You must know your ship as if it were part of your own body," Alex said. "The aliens will test everything. We cannot afford hesitation." Claire demonstrated drone maneuvers. "These drones can support the fleet in battle. They can scout, distract, and even attack smaller enemy craft. Use them wisely." Lucas and Maya focused on strategy. "The aliens are powerful," Lucas said, "but they are not perfect. They rely on technology and patterns. Humanity's strength is our unpredictability. We must use it." Maya added, "We will stage ambushes, use decoys, and hit them where they least expect it. The fleet alone cannot win the war, but with clever tactics, we have a chance." Ethan checked the engines of the flagship, a massive vessel with the capacity to coordinate the entire fleet. "These engines were built for speed and endurance," he said. "If we can repair the navigation systems, this ship can outmaneuver anything the aliens send at us." Lily worked on integrating old communication arrays with modern satellites. We need real-time coordination, she explained. If one ship is attacked, the others must respond instantly. That is how we survive. The team continued repairs late into the night. Sparks flew as welding torches patched hulls. Engines roared during testing, filling the hangars with vibrations. Every ship brought a sense of hope and determination. One day, as Lucas was reviewing ancient maps, he discovered something important. There are hidden storage areas beneath the hangars, he said. These areas contain weapons and fuel that were never used. If we access them, we can arm the fleet more fully. Maya nodded. Then we need to get there. Every advantage counts. Alex led a small team to explore the underground storage. They found racks of energy weapons, spare engines, and advanced shields. The equipment was old but functional. This is exactly what we need, Alex said. It will make a difference in battle. Claire set up the drones to guard the hangar during the work. We cannot risk any alien reconnaissance discovering this place, she said. If they find us, all our work could be destroyed. The aliens remained in orbit, silent but threatening. They had not attacked the fleet yet, but their presence was constant. Every movement of the Earth's forces was observed, every action monitored. Ethan studied their patterns. They are testing our defenses, he said. Every time we repair a ship, they scan that area. They are learning, but they do not understand our intentions. That is our advantage. Lily worked on deciphering alien signals. Slowly, patterns began to emerge. They communicate in pulses and energy bursts, she explained. It is not language as we know it, but we can predict their actions to some extent. That will help us plan attacks and defenses. Lucas and Maya began designing battle strategies. We will not fight blindly, Lucas said. We will use terrain, timing, and deception. Every ship, every drone, every missile must have a purpose.
Maya added, "The aliens are powerful, but they are not human. They do not understand our ingenuity, our ability to adapt."
That is why we have a chance. As repairs continued, Ethan felt a growing sense of responsibility. We are preparing to face something beyond imagination, he said. But we are also proving that humanity is not weak. We can fight, we can endure, and we can survive. Lily smiled. And we are not alone. Every person here, every pilot, every engineer, they are all part of this. Humanity is more than just machines.
We have courage, determination, and hope. That is something the aliens cannot take away.
Weeks passed, and slowly the fleet became operational. Ships moved under their own power, weapons were tested, and communication systems were fully restored. Pilots grew confident, engineers perfected systems, and strategists refined battle plans. Alex called a meeting with the leaders of the operation.
The fleet is ready, he said. We still do not know the aliens' full strength, but we can fight.
We can protect Earth, and we can strike if necessary. Maya added, we have learned their patterns, restored our fleet, and prepared strategies. The aliens may have advanced technology, but we have one thing they cannot predict: humanity's will to survive. Lucas studied the maps again. The fleet is hidden for now, but when the time comes, we can launch. We know the locations of the decoys, the positions of the aliens, and the weaknesses in their patterns.
We are ready.
Ethan and Lily walked through the hangars, looking at the ships they had helped restore.
This is more than machines, Ethan said. This is humanity's legacy, our strength, and our hope.
Lily nodded. And soon, it will be our weapon to defend everything we care about.
Above the Earth, the alien fleet continued to watch. They scanned, they waited, and they planned.
They had no idea that humanity was readying itself, that the ancient fleet was awakening, and that a counterattack was being prepared. The world held its breath. Cities waited. People hoped, and hidden in the deserts, mountains, and oceans, humanity's secret fleet stirred. Engines hummed, shields charged, and weapons were armed. The day was coming when humans would no longer be passive observers. Ethan, Lily, Lucas, Maya, Alex, and Claire stood together in the central hangar. The fleet stretched before them, a combination of ancient engineering and modern determination.
We are ready, Maya said.
Alex nodded. When the time comes, we will strike.
Humanity will fight back, and we will show the universe what it means to underestimate us. For the first time in decades, the ancient fleet was alive again. It was not just a collection of old ships. It was a symbol of humanity's resilience, ingenuity, and courage. And as the alien fleet continued to watch from above, they had no idea that the humans they had underestimated were preparing to rise. The day of reckoning was approaching, and humanity was ready. The sky above Earth glowed with the light of the alien fleet. Ships hovered in orbit, casting massive shadows across the surface. In the Nevada desert, the hidden hangars were empty now. The fleet had launched. Ethan Cole stood on the command deck of the flagship, watching as the other ships rose into the sky. The engines hummed and roared, powerful even after decades of inactivity. The crew moved quickly, confident after weeks of preparation and training. Every pilot, engineer, and officer knew their role. "This is it," Ethan said, his voice steady. "We are going to face them, and we have to succeed." Lily Harper worked at the communication console, monitoring both human and alien signals. "The aliens are aware of us," she said. "They are scanning, sending energy pulses across the orbit, but they have not attacked yet. They may be cautious." Alex Mason, standing beside her, nodded. "That caution is our chance. We can use it to coordinate and strike before they realize the fleet is ready." Claire Bennett piloted a drone squadron, their small craft weaving through space, scanning for alien ships. "We will draw their attention," she said. "The drones are fast and small. They can confuse them while the fleet moves into position." Lucas Gray and Maya Sullivan were on the strategy deck, watching holographic projections of the alien formation. "They have superior numbers," Lucas said, "but they follow patterns. If we anticipate their moves, we can exploit weaknesses." Maya pointed at the display. "The aliens rely on long-range energy attacks. Their shields are strong, but if we force close combat, their advantage decreases. That is our chance." The fleet moved slowly, rising from Earth's atmosphere into orbit. Ships of all sizes followed, engines glowing against the darkness of space. Each vessel was armed, shields active, and drones deployed in protective formations. Humanity had hidden its strength for decades, and now it was revealed. As they approached the outer edge of Earth's orbit, the first contact began. Alien scouts, smaller and faster ships, detected the fleet and launched attacks. Energy beams lanced across the void, striking shields and testing defenses. Ethan gripped the console, shields at maximum hold formation. Claire's drones moved swiftly, intercepting incoming attacks. Some were destroyed, but many managed to deflect beams or distract alien pilots. "We can't let them break through," she said. "Keep moving." In the flagship, Lily monitored alien communications. "They are coordinating attacks," she said. "But I notice hesitation. They do not understand our formation. That gives us an opening." Maya smiled.
Exactly what we need.
"They think we are predictable, but we are not. Humanity adapts. That is our strength." The first wave of combat reached the fleet. Alien ships fired energy pulses that struck the human vessels, but the shields held. Explosions erupted on the smaller ships, but the larger vessels pressed forward. Alex Mason took command of the attack ships. "Target their flanks," he ordered. "Hit them where their numbers matter least. Force them to break formation." Pilots followed his orders with precision. Human ships darted between alien fire, dodging beams and returning attacks. Missiles launched from hidden compartments struck enemy hulls, causing small but critical damage. The aliens had superior firepower, but they were unprepared for human unpredictability. Ethan's flagship moved into position near a group of larger alien vessels. "Focus weapons on their command ship," he said. "If we can disrupt their leadership, we can turn the tide." Lily transmitted targeting coordinates to every ship. "Fire when ready." Timing is everything. Missiles streaked through space, guided by human ingenuity. They struck the alien command vessel, causing massive explosions. Alien pilots scrambled, trying to recover, but the human fleet pressed the advantage. Meanwhile, Lucas analyzed the alien formation. They are trying to regroup, he said. If we force them into a narrow path, their weapons will be less effective. We can trap them.
Maya nodded. Deploy drones in patterns they cannot predict.
Force them into mistakes. Claire sent her squadron of drones forward, weaving in and out of alien lines. Beams fired in response, but many drones were too small and fast to hit. Some detonated near alien ships, causing confusion and forcing evasive maneuvers. Ethan watched the battle unfold. They are strong, but we are stronger in spirit. They do not understand human courage.
They do not understand our will to fight. Lily monitored communications.
I can intercept some of their commands, she said. They are panicking.
They did not expect resistance like this. As the battle intensified, human ships began coordinating maneuvers that the aliens could not anticipate. Small attack vessels flanked the enemy, while larger ships absorbed fire. Energy beams hit shields, sparks flying across the void, but the human fleet remained united.
Alex Mason led a squadron directly into the alien line, drawing fire away from the fleet. We will buy time for the others, he said.
Stay focused. We can do this. The flagship fired a massive pulse weapon, striking multiple alien vessels at once. Explosions illuminated the dark space, debris floating in every direction. The aliens struggled to maintain formation. Maya pointed at the display.
Now! Push forward. Do not let them recover. Human ships advanced, exploiting gaps in alien lines.
Missiles struck energy cores, drones disrupted sensors, and concentrated fire damaged hulls. The aliens had superior numbers, but human strategy and adaptability turned the battle. Ethan's heart pounded as he watched the fight. Every move counted. Every decision mattered. But humanity's fleet held together, moving as one, guided by determination and courage.
Lily shouted from her console, "We can predict their next moves!"
They will try to retreat through the asteroid belt. If we block them, we can trap them. Lucas and Maya quickly adjusted the fleet's trajectory.
Block their path, Lucas ordered. Force them to engage on our terms.
Alien ships realized too late that they were trapped. Their energy beams could not break through the combined shields of the human fleet. Missiles and drones attacked from all directions, and their formations began to crumble. Claire's drone squadron dove toward the enemy command ship, creating chaos. Explosions erupted, and alien vessels collided in confusion. Humanity's fleet pressed the advantage, moving forward with precision. Alex Mason led the final strike squadron targeting weakened alien ships.
"For Earth!" he shouted.
Pilots followed, firing weapons in unison. The alien command ship was hit directly and its systems failed. Ethan watched as the remaining alien ships began to retreat.
"They are falling back," he said. "We have done it."
For now. Lily smiled, exhausted but proud. Humanity's fleet is stronger than they expected. We showed them courage and strategy. Maya nodded. They underestimated us. That is our greatest strength. They thought numbers and technology would win, but they did not count on human will.
Lucas added, "The battle is not over, but we have proven that humanity can fight back. We can protect our planet."
As the alien fleet moved away from Earth, human ships regrouped. Repairs were made, and shields recharged. Pilots and crews took a moment to breathe, knowing this victory, while small, was monumental.
Alex Mason addressed the fleet.
Today we showed that humanity will not be controlled. We defended our planet, our people, and our future. The aliens will learn that we are not weak, and we will be ready for the next encounter. Ethan looked at the stars. The alien fleet had retreated, but they would return. This is only the beginning, he said. We have won this battle, but the war is far from over. Lily nodded, and humanity will be ready. We have courage, strategy, and unity. That is something no alien force can match. The ships returned to their hidden bases to refuel, repair, and prepare for the next battle. Humanity had shown its strength, proving that intelligence, courage, and determination could overcome superior technology. The ancient fleet, restored and operational, had fulfilled its first purpose. It had defended Earth, demonstrating that humans were not to be underestimated. Above the planet, the stars were quiet again, but the aliens were observing, planning their next move. They had learned something important. Humans were unpredictable, resourceful, and brave. Ethan, Lily, Lucas, Maya, Alex, and Claire gathered once more. They had faced the enemy and survived. They had proven that humanity could fight back and even triumph.
"The line has been crossed," Ethan said.
"And humanity has shown its strength. We are ready for whatever comes next." Maya smiled.
"And we will not stop. Earth is ours to protect, and we will defend it with everything we have."
The fleet lay silent in orbit, but the engines and weapons were ready. Humanity had risen, and the universe would not forget it. The Earth was quiet for the first time in weeks. The alien fleet had retreated, but the tension remained. People across the world watched the skies, aware that the threat could return at any moment. In the deserts, oceans, and hidden hangars, humanity's fleet rested, engines humming softly, weapons primed and shields ready. Ethan Cole stood on the flagship's command deck, looking at the stars. The alien fleet had not attacked in force yet, but everyone knew it was only a matter of time. "They are regrouping," he said quietly to Lily Harper, who stood beside him. "They will come back stronger. We need to be ready." Lily nodded, her eyes scanning the communication panels. "We know their patterns now. We know their weaknesses. This time, we can fight smarter and harder."
Alex Mason gathered the fleet commanders for a meeting.
"We have seen what the aliens can do," he said, "but we have also seen what humanity can do. Today we strike before they can plan another attack. We take the fight to them." Maya Sullivan displayed holographic maps of the alien fleet's last known position. "They will not expect a full assault," she said. "We can use our speed, our strategy, and our knowledge of their behavior to corner them. The goal is simple. We hit hard, we hit fast, and we make them retreat permanently." Lucas Gray added, "The aliens are clever, but they cannot match human creativity. Every move we make will be unpredictable. That is our advantage." Claire Bennett checked the drones one last time.
"All support units are ready. We can scout, distract, and attack."
"The aliens will not see us coming until it is too late." The fleet rose from its hidden bases, moving silently through space toward the alien fleet's location. For the first time, humanity was not just defending, they were taking the fight to the enemy. The stars were filled with the hum of engines and the glow of shields powering up. Ethan felt a mix of fear and determination. "This is it," he whispered. "Everything we've worked for comes down to this moment." Lily glanced at him. "We will win because we must. Humanity cannot be defeated. Not today. Not ever." As the fleet approached, alien scouts detected the movement and sent warnings to the main fleet. Energy beams flashed across space as the aliens tried to intercept. But the human fleet had prepared for this. Drones scattered in all directions, drawing enemy fire while human ships adjusted positions.
Alex Mason led the first wave of attack ships. "Focus on their weapon systems first," he ordered.
"Take out their ability to strike, then we can go for the bigger ships." Pilots followed the command with precision. Missiles streaked through space, hitting alien energy cores. Explosions illuminated the darkness, throwing debris in every direction. Human ships dodged incoming beams, using maneuvers that the aliens had not anticipated. Ethan's flagship moved forward, its pulse cannons charged. "Target their command vessel," he said. "We hit hard and fast." The flagship fired, striking the alien command ship directly. Energy shields flickered and failed. Systems exploded and alien vessels scattered in confusion. The humans had gained the upper hand. Maya Sullivan guided the fleet from the strategy deck. "Now! Surround them! Cut off their retreat!" The fleet moved in unison, cutting the alien ships into smaller groups. Drones attacked from all sides, distracting and disabling their navigation systems. Human pilots darted through gaps in fire, striking with precision. Lucas Gray analyzed the battle. "They are panicking. Their formations are breaking. Keep pressure on them. The aliens attempted to regroup, but humanity's fleet anticipated every move. The pulse weapons fired in sequence, shields absorbed beams, and missiles hit weak points. The humans fought with courage and strategy, turning every disadvantage into an opportunity.
Ethan directed the flagship toward a group of alien vessels trying to escape. We cannot let them retreat.
They will return if we do not stop them. Lily transmitted targeting data to every ship. Concentrate fire on their engines. Disable their escape routes. The human fleet unleashed a coordinated attack. Alien ships exploded one after another, their numbers dwindling rapidly. Even the larger vessels were damaged, forced to retreat or be destroyed. Alex Mason led the final strike squadron directly at the remaining alien command ship. "For Earth!" he shouted. Pilots fired every weapon they had. Missiles streaking across space, beams flashing. The alien command vessel shook under the assault and finally exploded in a blinding flash. Silence fell across the battlefield. The alien fleet, now leaderless and battered, began a full retreat. Humanity had won. Ethan exhaled slowly, relief washing over him. "We did it," he said softly. "We actually did it." Lily smiled, exhausted but proud. Humanity has shown its strength. We were small against them, but smart, brave, and united. That is what matters. Maya nodded. We protected our planet. We proved that humans are not weak. They will remember this battle, even if they survive. Lucas Gray studied the wreckage of the alien fleet. "We have won today, but we must remain vigilant. They may return someday, but now we know our power. Humanity has awakened." Claire Bennett checked her drones, ensuring they were all accounted for. We held together. Every ship, every pilot, every unit played a part. That is how we won. Alex Mason addressed the fleet through the communication channels. Today, humanity has shown that it cannot be underestimated. Earth is ours to protect. The universe will learn that humans are clever, courageous, and unstoppable when united. Ethan, Lily, Lucas, Maya, Alex, and Claire gathered on the flagship's observation deck, looking at the stars. The alien ships that had once threatened Earth were gone, scattered and defeated. Humanity had proven its strength, intelligence, and determination. "We protected our world," Ethan said. "But more importantly, we proved that humans are capable of anything when we work together." Lily placed a hand on his shoulder. "And now, the universe knows it too." The fleet returned to Earth, triumphant. Cities erupted in celebration as news spread of the alien defeat. Humanity had faced a threat far beyond anything it had ever known, and had survived. Courage, strategy, and ingenuity had won the day. Lucas Gray and Maya Sullivan began planning the future. "We must not forget what we learned," Lucas said. "The ancient fleet saved us, but our knowledge and unity made it truly effective." Maya nodded. "We will rebuild, prepare, and ensure Earth is never caught off guard again. Humanity has awakened, and now we are ready for anything." In hidden bases and research labs, scientists worked to repair and upgrade the fleet. Engineers improved engines, strengthened shields, and enhanced weapons. Humanity had not only defended its planet, but had gained the means to protect the stars in the future. Ethan and Lily returned to the research center. "We did it," Ethan said. "The fleet is safe, the aliens are defeated, and Earth is protected." Lily smiled. "Yes, and humanity has shown that we are stronger than anyone thought. This is only the beginning of what we can achieve." Alex Mason and Claire Bennett oversaw the fleet's maintenance. "Today, humans fought as one," Alex said. "And that is how we will continue to survive and thrive." The skies were quiet now. The alien fleet had been driven back, their threat reduced to distant memory. Humanity had risen, not just with machines, but with courage, intelligence, and unity. Ethan, Lily, Lucas, Maya, Alex, and Claire stood together, looking at the horizon. "We will protect Earth," Maya said firmly. "We will protect our people. And if the aliens return, we will be ready." The ancient fleet rested, engines humming quietly, a silent reminder of human ingenuity and strength. Humanity had faced its greatest challenge and emerged victorious. The world was safe, for now. Above the earth, The stars were calm, but the universe had changed. Humans had shown their power, resilience, and courage. No alien, no matter how advanced, would underestimate humanity again. Ethan looked at his friends.
We did more than defend our planet, he said. We showed what it means to be human.
And the universe will remember it. Lily nodded.
The day the aliens crossed the line, humanity unleashed its strength.
And now, nothing can stop us from protecting our home. The sun rose over Earth, casting golden light over the oceans, mountains, and cities. Humanity had endured, fought, and won. A new era had begun. An era where humans were not just inhabitants of Earth, but guardians of their planet and their future. And deep within the oceans, mountains, and deserts, the ancient fleet rested, ready for whatever challenge lay ahead. Humanity had awakened, and the universe would never forget it.